with Tracy in LA. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my podcast, Dance Journey. Today we have Willow Beccia. She has such a cool last name. It's not like actually on your dance Instagram. So
it is not.
So I just barely learned what her last name was, and now I've learned how to pronounce it.
Perfect.
And it's great. Willow Beccia. So now all of you know. I'm very excited to have Willow on the podcast because I feel like I just met you, but I also feel like I've known you for a long time.
Yeah. It's only been like a month.
How long has it been? Just a month?
Like a month and a half.
Okay.
I think.
So Willow just moved here. Did I see you on one of your first days here?
Yeah, it was like my third dance class at Millennium.
Okay.
That I saw you.
Okay.
Yeah.
And where'd you move from?
Massachusetts.
Massachusetts. Okay, so like we were waiting for Sam Nelson's class, and I don't know. I looked over. For some reason, you like smiled at me, and then I was like, oh, I think I must know her, but like I can't remember her name or something. And I was like, oh, what's your name again? And then you're kind of like, oh, I've never met you before.
Yeah, you were like, what's your name again? And I was like, oh, I'm Willow. And then we looked at each other, and then you were like, wait, we've actually never met, have we? And I was like, no, we've never met before, but that's okay.
But then we ended up just talking, and you were like, I'm sort of nervous. I've never taken this class, or I just moved here or whatever. And I was like, oh, let me, because I'm always nervous before Sam Nelson class. But so that was fun. I got to kind of just chat with you about it. And then you were like, oh, you're making me feel better.
Yeah.
I'm less stressed out or something.
You did. You made me feel so much better.
I don't remember what I said because I like, oh, he's actually really easy. I'm just kidding.
No, you were like, it's going to be crowded.
Oh, yeah.
We should get to the front.
You're like, how did that give you more peace? I'm not sure. But yeah, I think I was just giving you the reality. And probably just the fact that there was someone else that also feels like stressed. Maybe that makes you feel less.
It was just nice to have somebody to talk to and not feel like alone going into it.
For sure. Yeah. Did you feel like you met other people really quickly at the other classes that you took at Millennium, or not really?
Not really.
Before that? Yeah.
No.
I mean, yeah, it just depends. Like, there's some classes I take there and I feel like I meet people really easily, and other ones where I'm like, yeah, I don't know, everyone is still a stranger when I leave, but.
Yeah.
So you had just moved here. That's how we met. And then I just have a lot of friends in that class now. So I was able to kind of introduce you to those friends. And then, I don't know, then we just started chatting and taking class together, taking some of those classes together often.
Yep.
And then, yeah, I don't know.
I feel like we're Sam Nelson regulars.
Yeah, totally.
That's what we are.
Yeah, we are. And I got a video of her in her first class.
Yeah.
So it's her first Sam Nelson. She has to get a video.
Yeah.
And so I snuck a little side video and
You did. I had no idea.
She was happy about that.
I was.
So that was fun.
Mm-hmm.
And she did so good in her first class at Sam Nelson. I was like, okay. I remember asking you do you have any acrobatic experience? And I think you said yes.
Yes.
And I was like, oh, that's great, because maybe this is what
gave
you
peace.
Did. I go, oh, that's great, because I don't, but I'm still here and I'm getting better.
You kill it, girl.
Trying to. So yeah, that's how Will and I met, and we normally take Sam Nelson together, sometimes Shelby. Tonight we're actually taking Jess Keene's class, which is also a little bit sort of acrobatic contemporary, floor work contemporary. We were going to take Sam Nelson class today after the podcast, but he is out of town doing all his crazy stuff he does.
Being a star.
And so here we are. We're like, we'll just go to Starbucks and then just do the podcast. And we'll just chill until we have dance later.
Perfect.
And yeah, so that's what we're doing today. Oh, let's talk about Sam's class, though.
Okay.
How did you feel the first time you took Sam's class? Did you feel, we talked about how you felt before we went in, but how did you feel during the class?
I think during the class the first time I was overwhelmed, for sure. Just because of the pace that we were learning.
Yeah.
And also I had watched the round one and was trying to learn it, and then it was a completely different combo.
Oh, yeah.
So I was like, oh my God. But once I got over the initial overwhelm, it was really great. And I felt challenged, but in a good way.
Yeah. I remember that now because we were both I had gone to round 1, but even though I had gone, I still was like watching the video to try to do it better for round 2. And we thought he was doing a round 2 that day. And then we're like looking at each other because we kept like glancing at each other. I think I was doing that with all my friends because we were like, wait, is this a new one?
This is different.
And then I just have to get out of my head about it because I'm like,
Yeah.
oh no.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, Tracy, just relax, get over it, just learn this new one, And then once we got into it,
right.
it was like fun. And he did use some like similar moves he did in the one before, so I was like, at least I practiced that move, and we are doing it again. Right. So it was great. You did awesome.
Thanks.
And do you feel like Sam teaches fast?
No, I think that he teaches the same like pace that everyone out here teaches. I think the pace out here is faster in general.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I think now I'm used to it.
Yeah.
I'm definitely used to it. It was just like the initial first time going. But now I'm used to it. I go in and I'm like, okay, we're going to learn a combo and we're going to learn it really fast and then we're going to dance it a lot. And
then they're going to have professional videographers when we just learned it.
Right.
And,
not in Sam's class,
Yeah,
though.
no, not usually. But,
Yeah.
He does. I'm like, he teaches kind of fast, but he goes over it a lot. And
he does.
I like how he gives you time to like work it out on your own.
Yeah, like work it out on your own with other people. That's helpful.
Yeah.
I like those few minutes to myself to like be able to like really like focus in on what I'm having trouble with.
Yeah.
And he's really approachable. You can be like, hey,
Totally.
Sam, like, what's this?
Yeah.
And then he tells you.
Yeah. And he's so encouraging on like Instagram and stuff.
Yeah, he is.
Like very encouraging teacher. Him and Shelby are both like that. But cool. So Willow just moved here. We're gonna learn all about it. But first, let's ask Willow what her current dance life looks like. Like, what is a week in Willow Beccia's life?
Okay. Well, I try to dance every day if possible. Right now I'm kind of just still figuring out exactly like what classes I want to take. There are so many choreographers that I find myself taking the same choreographers every week, but always trying a new one. Like I always am trying like someone new every week. And I'm really back and forth between Millennium mostly and Playground. I've been going to both of those. I work on the weekend, so like Friday to Sunday I work, but sometimes I'll go to a class after, but most days I'm dancing, like at least one dance class a day.
Before you got out here, did you have teachers you knew? Like, had you seen Sam Nelson's stuff before you came out? Like, or were there teachers you were like, yeah, I'm definitely going to go to these teachers when I get to LA?
Yeah, so I had followed Sam prior to coming here, so I knew I wanted to take Sam's classes. And like Marissa Hart, I knew I wanted to take her class. A couple of them, yeah, but a lot of some of the choreographers I wanted to take, I ended up taking them and then like choosing other like classes over those, like not for any particular reason, just because like the vibes.
Yeah.
You know? And so, yeah, I don't know. I think that I'm finding that I like to just like try different people every single week. But yeah, I don't know. I did follow some before coming here, but not too many.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm really sometimes I feel like I'm like, yeah, I know all the choreographers, I know which ones I want to take, and then a new one will pop up. I'm like, who's this?
Yeah. Just like on Instagram and stuff.
Yeah.
You're like,
there's just
what's
like
this?
so many people.
I know. There's so many good ones.
So much
what would you
talent.
say are the main teachers in like your regular lineup right now?
Sam Nelson, Marissa Hart, Dexter Carr.
Mm-hmm.
I'm missing someone. Oh, I take ballet on Thursdays, every Thursday.
Okay.
It's a must for me at Millennium. Ballet Tuesday,
Millennium.
Thursdays it's 10 a.m. And she teaches Tuesday and Thursdays, but I only take her Thursday just because of like scheduling and money and stuff. So, but every Thursday I make myself go. And I love it. It's my favorite ballet class I've ever taken.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
My favorite ballet class is in Santa Monica, so it's like so far. I don't go a lot right now, but I have taken that as well. So you're mostly taking it's like hip hop, contemporary, heels, ballet. Are those your main styles you're taking right now?
Yeah, contemporary, hip hop, heels, and ballet. That's like what I do.
Okay. And the main way you learn about new teachers you want to try is mostly by seeing their stuff online, or is it also people you meet being like, oh, you should try this person? Or...
Yeah, so a lot of people I see like online, but a lot sometimes people here will tell me about, like, a dance class that they took, and I'll be, like, okay, Alexander Chung, like, I've known of him, but I haven't, like, taken his class, and I was, like, talking to some people, and they were like, oh, like, you should take it, like, he's doing a partner class, and I went, and now I love him, so I'm gonna, like, go again.
I hear that he's amazing. I was supposed to take his class with a podcast on Wednesday, but now he has a sub, so I'm actually still not taking him for one of his classes, his, like, earliest one.
Also, regularly, I go to Mary Mason.
Oh, yeah.
She's one that I didn't know about before, but somebody told me about her here, and then I took her class, and then once I took it, I can't stop taking it.
Lots of people love her. I still haven't tried her, but I've had many, many people recommend her to me.
She's amazing, and I just joined, actually, Core Dance Academy.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I joined it.
So that is with Kayla, right?
So I'm actually in Mary's.
Oh.
Because Kayla
is it called Core still?
Yeah, and there's, like, multiple different ones.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I'm in the intermediate advanced one with Lindsay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which is run by Mary Mason.
Yeah, Mary Mason is, like, the one that runs that one.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they're all called Core. But
yeah,
they
it's
have
like
different
there's different, like,
and levels.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, very cool. Well, congratulations on that.
Thanks. I start in September. So I am excited.
And is that they have, like, rehearsals or training times?
Yeah, it's just, like, training, like, once a week for, like, 2 hours.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it on Saturdays?
Yes, it is.
Yeah. Okay. Because I know that our friend Georgia also does some version of that on Saturdays.
She does. Yeah, with Kayla.
With Kayla.
Yeah.
So, yeah, all different kinds of opportunities to train with really amazing choreographers and teachers, which is so cool.
Yeah.
And I will have to try Mary Mason one of these days.
Yeah,
so,
you have to.
Okay. How are you? This is a lot of classes, and classes are kind of expensive. And did you save a bunch of money, like, before you came here, or are you just, like, making it work with, like, the amount that you're working? Because also to also be available, I'm saying this just from my own experience, like, also to be available for all those dance classes, you can't really be working all the time. So, like, how do you feel? You don't have to give details, but, like, how do you feel? Are you able to balance all of that with financial, like?
Yeah, I had planned to come out to LA. It was, like, a year in the making, so I definitely did save a lot of money, and I have a good amount saved up. I also was gifted some, like, gift cards, like Visa gift cards from some dance families back at home that has carried me out to, like, almost like I'm just finishing using those gift cards now. So I might dwindle on the amount of classes that I take, but I don't think I will have to because of the money I've been saving, and also I work 3 days a week, but that's not obviously enough. But I also dog sit, and the dog sitting has really allowed me to, dance a lot. Yeah. The dog sitting's, like, good gig, easy money. Yeah.
I also enjoy dog sitting.
Is where it's at.
Because it gives you some money, and then but you still have the free space.
Right. You have, like, time to do whatever. Like, you're just living at someone else's house watching their dog.
Yeah.
You know?
And we were just talking about, like, how we should just live at our dog sitting houses so that we aren't paying rent.
Right, exactly.
If we could somehow make that work.
Yeah, come on. But yeah, no, I definitely, the savings is what is allowing me to do it all. Yeah.
Nice. And I'm sure, I don't know, in my experience, like, there's always a way to keep going, you know?
Yeah,
even if,
you're going to figure it out.
If you run out of your gift cards, or if your savings isn't as big, like, something else will pop up.
You're going to figure it out at the end of the day. But it's, like, what I want to do, so.
Yeah, you'll make a way.
I'm going to make it work.
It's just interesting to me how many dancers can make it work with just the time you have to be available and how much the classes cost. It's just crazy.
It's crazy.
But somehow we do it. So
we do. We make it happen.
Okay, so that's your typical week here. I'm kind of curious, what because you danced in Massachusetts, right? So, like, what was a typical week for you there in, like, your dance life?
Yeah, so, okay. In Massachusetts, I was a dance teacher. My mom owns a dance studio and in a small town in Hudson, Massachusetts. And my weeks were filled with teaching, not so much dancing. Okay. So I taught Monday through Saturday.
Wow.
Yeah, I would walk dogs during the day, and then I would teach dance from, like, probably, like, 3:30, and then most nights I wouldn't get home until, like, 9:30, depending on the day.
Wow.
Yeah, so I taught a lot of dance, And sometimes after I would, I had some adult classes. So like on Tuesdays we have adult classes at my studio. So there was like 3 or 4 classes on Tuesday nights that I would take. But then there's also a dance studio.
Hi everyone. So I wanted to tell you about my new book, The Tracy in LA Newsletters 2010. This is my very first memoir. There will be more. It's not like a normal memoir where you're looking back on your life and reflecting on it and writing a book about it. It's more like a memoir in real time. So basically, when I very first moved to LA to pursue acting, which was in 2009, I decided I was going to write these like monthly newsletters where I sent out actual letters in the actual mail to a bunch of my friends every month to give them updates on what I was doing with acting and jobs and friendships and all kinds of things that I was going through my very first time ever living in LA. It ended up being pretty humorous, and so I've basically gone back and edited them so that I could publish them as a book. So that's what this is, and yeah, if you want to be entertained and have a good laugh, buy my book, or if you just want to help me pay my rent next month. Oh, and you can get it on Amazon. The Tracy in LA Newsletters 2010 by Tracy Nicole. Nicole is my middle name. Also, there's a link in my Instagram bio. You can get it paperback or on Kindle. Okay, we're back. We had a brief pause because my phone overheated, and then Willow was like, it's really hot in here, so
Took my sweatshirt
she also
off.
changed her outfit.
Yep, here we go.
But anyway, Willow was telling us about the adult classes that she took sometimes in Massachusetts. So you were going to talk about a certain studio.
Yes. So I would dance at a studio called Seacoast Stilettos. And it was in Peabody, Mass. It was about an hour away from where I lived, which was
Okay.
kind of a pain.
Yeah.
However, it was worth it. It was primarily a heel studio. It is, not was, but primarily a heel studio, but it also has contemporary, some like hip hop classes, things like that. They are really expanding now. They have like ballet, all that stuff.
Nice.
But it was actually at that studio that I kind of like fell in love with my own dancing again.
Okay.
And like found my confidence again. Not to say that I've ever like fell out of love with dancing, but I really got into like a teaching dance
Okay.
world, and I was just teaching all the time.
Okay.
And Seacoast Stilettos really allowed me to focus on my own dancing again.
Yeah.
So I would do that. I would be at Seacoast at least once a week, which was not nearly enough. Sometimes more than that.
And the rest of the time you were what like ages and styles were you mostly teaching?
So I taught everything. I was teaching 2-year-olds ballet, creative movement, all the way to 18.
Wow.
Yeah, all different levels, all different styles, ballet, tap, hip hop, contemporary, lyrical, ballet. I already said that.
And you're not teaching out here currently.
I am not.
Did you start out like loving teaching, or do you still like teaching? Did you get burned out of teaching? Like what? How did that go?
I still like it. I still love it. I love creating, and I love choreographing, and I love seeing progress in my students. I just got burnt out. I was teaching
so
full
much.
time. Like I was teaching so much, and on top of like I was teaching 17 recreational classes at the
Wow.
studio, but then I had over like 20 competition routines.
Oh wow.
Yeah, because there was like solos, duos, and then groups and stuff. So teaching overall was just like taking up a lot of my time.
Wow.
And I was just so burnt out. And I love the kids. They're my world, and I still love them and will continue to teach them. It's just not as much, and it's occasionally.
Yeah, because now we were just talking about this at Starbucks, but now you still teach some of them online, right?
Yeah, so I offered some like technique tutoring online and had quite a few of them want to do it. So I've been doing that, virtual sessions. I have like a couple of them a week, and we just work on technique and stuff. And then once their competition season starts, I'm going home in August. It is August. I'm going home at the end of August for like 10 days. We have like choreography week at my studio. And so I'm choreographing a group still, and then some solos and stuff. And I'll continue my online sessions with them to like look at their solo and
that's so
growth
cool.
and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm still teaching them. It's just in a different way
Yeah.
and a lot less.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does it make you happy now, the amount that you're doing with them and just like.
Yeah. I was sad for sure, like leaving them and, because I really did teach them a lot. Like I taught them a lot. Like a lot of them had me more than once a
Yeah.
week. And so I felt really sad like to leave them. But it's nice to see that I can still be a part of it and not have it consume me.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's really nice you could do that.
Yeah,
You were making up a lot of choreography.
I was.
You were teaching all of those.
Yeah.
Because most of those classes had choreography, right?
Yes.
I can't even imagine, like, all the hours you were there, but then you were also creating choreography, which
Yes.
is more hours.
Yes. It's a lot. Because,
Wow.
like, yeah. I mean, a lot of times, like, my recreational classes, like, the recital dances would kind of take a back seat, unfortunately, to, like, the competition routines.
Okay.
And a lot of the competition choreography happens at the beginning of the year. And then the rest of the season is, like, cleaning.
Okay.
So, but yeah, no, it's overwhelming.
Yeah.
For sure.
Wow.
Yeah.
And it's your mom's studio.
My mom's studio.
Now,
yeah.
she told me this, I think, off camera, but how many siblings do you have?
I am one of 7.
Which is so crazy.
Yeah.
And do any of them dance?
Yes. Both of my older sisters teach at my mom's studio,
Okay.
and they've danced their whole lives. All of my brothers have danced. One of them still does. He's the youngest, and he was in my hip hop class last year, but I'm not sure he's going to continue. He's,
Okay.
I think, at that age where he's like ready to be done. But all the other boys are done.
Okay.
Like they don't do it anymore. But we have all danced at one point.
Wow. So your mom, did she dance her whole life?
Yeah, my mom danced her whole life, and her mom actually taught dance as well.
Wow.
Her mom opened a dance studio. I don't know the exact facts about this. I feel like. But she, like, opened a dance studio in her own house or, like, in her attic or something.
Okay.
I'm not sure. I'd have to fact check.
Okay.
But, like, my grandmother was also a dancer. And so it was, like, my
Wow.
mom's sister. And, yeah.
Does your mom have a specific style that's, like, her main thing? Or does she just do kind of everything?
She's, like, ballet jazz, I would
Okay.
say my mom is. Yeah.
Okay, wow. So she just put all you guys in dance since you were little. She had a studio for, like, a long time.
Yeah, she's had it since I was alive.
Nice.
Yeah, maybe she, like, got it right after I was born. I'm not very good at math, but she had her 25-year anniversary a few years ago. I'm
Okay.
28, so, like, a
Okay.
few years ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And my nieces both dance, too. So both of my sisters each have a daughter.
Okay.
One of my sisters has a daughter and a son. He tried dance. He didn't really love it. But then both of my nieces are dancers, and they're on our competition team, and they love
Wow.
it. Yeah, we're a dancing family.
That's amazing. So, but your whole family, like, is still in Massachusetts, except you're the first one. Are you the first one that, like, decided to, like, move somewhere else, like to LA or New York or something? Like,
Yeah.
The first one?
Yeah, my brother moved to New Hampshire for a little bit. But he's back in Massachusetts. But yeah, I also lived in Arizona for a little bit, but I was the first to move.
Okay.
And also my other brother Truman just moved to Seattle. But like
nice.
at the same time as me.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm like the first one to
move for dance.
Yeah,
and, like,
to move like not just for college or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, crazy. Now, did you go to Arizona for college, or what was Arizona? Or were you dancing in Arizona?
No,
okay.
I went to Arizona with my partner at the time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because she was in veterinary school, so I moved
see.
to Arizona with her at the time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you take a break from dance during that time?
Yeah, actually, that was like kind of during COVID.
Oh, okay.
So that was like probably the worst years of my life.
I mean, for a lot of people, yeah.
I didn't love Arizona, and I was only there for like 2.5 years.
Okay.
But I did not dance there.
Oh, wow.
I worked at a basically a day program for adults with special needs.
Okay.
And I was a dance teacher for them.
Oh.
So I was like the dance teacher for
Okay.
the adults with special needs, but then it was COVID, so I was teaching on Zoom, and it was just
gosh.
like
Yeah.
it was like 1.5 years of teaching dance on Zoom.
Yeah. And it's already not really the same kind of dance that
Right.
you, like, normally
Right.
teach.
And I
Yeah.
loved it. I honestly, it was
Yeah.
one of my favorite jobs I've ever had. I just wish it was in person.
Totally.
But
Yeah,
then
that's
I-
really hard.
Ended up back in Massachusetts, so.
Crazy. Okay, I feel like I just keep like backtracking, but I want to start from the beginning. But I keep having all these questions. I'm like, wait, what else? Okay, so interesting. That's so cool that your whole family dances. And are they all like excited for you that you've come out here? Are they like, keeping up with all the stuff you're posting online and everything? And,
Yeah. I think they're all really excited for me and proud of me.
Do you think you're inspiring any of them to come out here?
No.
Like they're pretty settled in their lives.
I think they're pretty settled in their lives and they're happy where they're at.
Yeah.
I think.
Is your mom like really sad for you because you were doing so much at her studio? And I mean, obviously, she's also just like your mom. But.
Yeah. Yeah, I think my mom definitely is sad that I'm not there anymore. Especially because, I became like the assistant director of the studio and like I was doing a lot more. And I kind of just had this moment in my life where I was like, this is not what I want to do anymore right now, at least.
Yeah.
Like, and so I think it was kind of a shock to her, if anything.
Mm-hmm.
But in the long run, she's my mom and she's proud of me. And so I think, yeah, she might have been sad and disappointed at first. But now that she sees me out here, she's like, okay.
She sees that you're growing, that you have joy.
Yeah.
And like, I'm sure that's the main thing she wants is like for you to be happy and doing what you're supposed to be doing. So that's cool.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So let's go back to the beginning and to the beginning of Willow.
Beginning of Willow.
So you were born in Massachusetts.
I was.
So, and you were put in dance at a very young age.
Yep.
Like 2, 3, 4, I don't know.
Before that.
Oh, like
my
out
first,
of the womb.
My first dance recital, I wasn't walking. Like, I'm pretty sure my mom was like holding me in the middle of a dance.
Yeah, that makes sense from what you said.
So as soon as I could walk, I was dancing.
And she was probably like dancing with you pregnant or something.
Yeah, probably.
And do you have a memory of like when you started really liking dance? Do you remember liking it from the beginning or?
I can't remember a day that I didn't like dance. Yeah, I think I was just born into it and it just like kind of, I don't think there's like one moment I can think of that I was like, oh my God, I love it so much. I think I've just always loved it.
Yeah. And when you were younger, what were the styles that you liked the most?
I was definitely a hip hopper.
Okay, really?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not actually surprised because I like got to know you as a contemporary dancer, but then when I saw your hip hop posts, I was like, okay, very good. Very good hip hop dancer.
Thanks. Yeah, I was a hip hopper. I loved hip hop. I did everything though. Obviously, like, I also really love tap. I would love to get into it a little bit more here. But yeah, I was definitely a hip hopper, tapper. And yeah, I fell into the contemporary world like in high school probably and like in college a little bit more.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you do like competition dance and stuff when you were young too?
I did do competition dance. Yeah.
Did you?
I was on the competition team at my studio, yeah.
Did you like doing that?
Yes, I loved competition dancing. I'm a very competitive person, like naturally, so I think that setting was good for me and pushed me in a lot of ways. And I loved it. I mean, sometimes it could be discouraging. I mean, it's competition dancing, it's a competition, so you compare yourself to others. But I did.
Yeah, that's awesome. I mean, so many people I've interviewed have said that they loved doing competition dance.
Yeah.
I like, the only thing I know about competition dance is like watching Dance Moms.
Yeah.
Because I didn't grow up dancing like that. And so sometimes I'm like, oh, I'm sure everyone has these traumatic stories about competition dance. But actually, most of the people that I've interviewed are like, oh, I loved it because it's like so much of it's an excuse to perform like all the time.
Yeah, you can perform all the time. I also just like love seeing what other people create also. Also, like, not all competitions are like the ones you see on Dance Moms.
Yeah.
Like, there are some like smaller ones that are like less intense, I guess.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like less intense, more, I don't know. And plus my studio only does 3 competitions a year.
Okay.
We're not we don't go like every weekend.
I see. Okay.
Yeah, we are like we pick 3 competitions. We go to those 3. That's it.
Okay. So you're mostly working on those pieces like a lot.
Yeah, all year. And then until that point, then we go. They compete those dances and it's like 3 weekends out of our whole year.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now,
Which is crazy.
Yeah, that is crazy.
A lot of work.
Are you the type that gets like really nervous before you get on stage, or like what's like your vibe when you're about to perform?
I don't get nervous.
Okay.
I am really excited I wouldn't call this nerves, but I think I'm the kind of person that, like, before we start, I'm like, but what's the first step? Even though I know what's happening and I do know my dances, I'm like, we're backstage and I'm like, but wait, how does it start? Like, I don't know.
I can relate to that for sure.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I think I just get so excited. I have like an adrenaline rush.
Yeah. Did you ever have a moment performing where you like forgot something or there was like something like tragic happened?
I have to think about this one. Honestly, I don't think I've ever forgotten my routine, and I don't think so. At least for me, like, I think there might have been one time I was in a group dance and somebody got injured during it.
Oh.
But yeah, no, I can't think of anything.
Okay, that's
I'm
good.
like, yeah, I guess.
Yeah,
I'm like,
great.
Yeah.
That's just like would be my fear. Like, did you ever get injured in your dance life?
I've never had a serious injury.
Okay.
Knock on wood, thank goodness. But I do have like really bad ankles. I've sprained both of my ankles. I mean, I've definitely like sprained a lot of like my ankles a lot of times. Twisted my ankles. My ankles hate me, and my hip. I have like my right hip is a little wonky, but nothing like serious.
Okay.
Knock on all
Has
the
it
wood.
anything like happened with your ankles or anything right before you had to perform or anything like that, or it's never really interrupted that?
In college, yeah, one night at like we had like a showcase, and one night before we were at dress rehearsal, and I like hurt my ankle and it was twisted and it was swollen, and then I just danced the next day. So
Just like so many dancers. Like,
yeah,
they
you just
somehow
power
they just work
through it.
Yeah,
you have to.
When you were growing up doing dance, did you from a young age have like a vision for what you wanted to do with dance when you got older?
Yeah, when I was younger, I definitely always dreamed of being like a backup dancer.
Okay.
Up for like a singer is just something I always wanted to do. That or like dance on Broadway
Yeah.
were two things that I always dreamed of doing. But then I think life happens and you like kind of get older, you go to high school, then you start to think about college, and people are like telling you all these options and things that you can do, and dance was never one of them, you know? Like your guidance counselor in high school sits you down and you talk about all the things you want to do, and you're like, well, I want to dance. And they're like, okay, let's find schools that have this major but also some dance for you. And it's like, okay. And then like you kind of just fall into that. I think for me at least, I lost sight of that.
Yeah.
Like that I didn't really know that dance could be my life.
That's funny because I used to really want to be an actress, and my mom would be like, why don't you be a teacher so that you can have summers off and do acting? And I remember thinking, no, I just told you I want to be an actress. Why would I want to be an actress only in the summers?
Yeah, right?
I was like, but it's just funny how when you say things like that, people are like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Let's figure out a way for you to do that like on the side instead of like
It being your life.
yeah, which like, and we get where they're coming from, but it is interesting how that just like happens so much. But,
Right.
you know, it is a hard career to pursue, I guess. But if it's really what you want to do,
Yeah.
then like do what you want to do, you know?
Yep.
But okay, so then wait, what did you end up majoring at in college?
I was a communication sciences and
Oh my
disorders
gosh.
major, so speech pathology and
Okay.
audiology. Yeah.
Did you do anything with that specifically?
No, I think the closest thing I did was being a dance teacher for adults with intellectual disabilities.
Okay.
Probably.
Yeah.
Was probably the closest I ever used that.
And did you do dance as a minor or no?
Yeah, I had a
Okay.
dance minor, but there was no major at my college.
Okay.
I went to the University of Maine.
Okay.
Yeah, in Orono. And yeah, we had a dance minor, but really it should have been a dance major with the amount of work we did. We did a lot of work. Like
Okay.
we danced a lot and we put on a show, and like it was just a lot of work. I was also on the dance team at UMaine. But yeah, so no major, but
Yeah. How would you say it was different dancing like in college versus dancing in high school?
I think college is really where I started to learn how to like create on my own.
Okay.
So I think I definitely dove into a lot more like choreography and like choreographing on my own. In college, it was less like training do you know what I mean? Like less training for like my dancing skills and more training for like my choreographer skills.
Yeah.
Other than dance team, I mean, dance team was very like, it's different because dance team is very like, kind of like, not like cheerleading because it's not, it's just like, you know, like pom.
Yeah.
Like pom dancing is like what that was. So that was something new for me. I had never really done that before. Also, I found that like college dancing is a little weirder. Weirder in a good way.
Exploring different things.
Like it's like like exploring like out of the realm of like the same moves that like you know?
Yeah, that's cool. How would you describe like what is your choreographic process? Like how do you come up with choreography?
Yeah, so that I think for me changes, honestly.
Okay.
Sometimes I'll have an idea first. I'm really not someone I think that has like a set process because it does change for me because I could be inspired by so many different things. But usually I have to get like an idea first, or I have to like hear a song first that like I'm like I hear the song and I'm like, oh my gosh, I like need to create to this. But a lot of times like a thought like of a story or like something will come to me, and then I'll be like, okay, I want to tell this story through dance, and then I find a song, which is a lot harder than a song happening first.
Yeah.
But it depends on what happens first. And then from there, a lot of times I'll choreograph like in my car. I'm not someone that writes things down. I like remember it in my head. And then usually, since actually moving here and needing to choreograph before and making sure I get it done in one sitting has forced me to write things down. Like I have started to do that. But yeah,
but why do you have to get it done in one sitting?
Because like I don't live there, so I'm like going I'm going home and I have to teach them in 3 hours the entire dance from start to finish. Whereas like before I would have like every week, you know? So yeah, I think it changes for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so since you've been here, which has been like a
month and a half, almost 2 months.
Okay. You haven't really choreographed here except for a little bit for the kids you virtually teach.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you've like, it seems like you're just loving just going to class.
Yes, I'm loving I'm loving being a student again. For sure. It's everything.
Probably a really nice, like, break. It's not really a break because you're obviously working so hard, but, like, probably feels like a break in some ways.
It does. It feels like a break. It just feels like I'm working on myself.
Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah.
Do you feel like you still have the same goals as when you were young to be, like, a backup dancer or something? Or do you think, are there other possibilities in your head?
Yeah. So I think what happened for me was I got lost in the sauce a little bit. Like, I definitely, like, was like, oh yeah, I want to teach dance for the rest of my life, run my mom's dance studio, like that's what I want to do. And then like one day I'm like watching my kids, like they're so talented and they're improving so much, and talking with them about what's next for them, and I'm like, I want to be back where you're at. And I like had this moment where I was just like, you never actually tried to go for those things that you wanted to do when you were younger. Like you didn't ever tried to dance on Broadway. You didn't ever try to be a backup dancer. Like you actually never tried. Yeah, you danced in college and you continue to dance all the time, but you never put yourself in an environment or a place where you were able to try those things. So I would say I actually am finally doing that. And I would say that my goal is to eventually, like, I think Broadway, I've decided I don't really want to do that because that's more of like a New York vibe, and I don't love New York. Yeah. No hate, you know.
Girl, I'm right there with you.
Yeah, it's just like the weather. I don't know.
I love the dancing in New York. Such good dance classes, and there definitely are good things about New York, but for me personally, I don't just like love New York.
Yeah, I neither.
I just would rather be in LA.
Me too. And I've just always, you know, I've always loved the warmth in the sun, and something was just calling me here, and I think there's so much opportunity here. And so yeah, that, you know, I think I'm back in that childhood mindset of like I have dreams again, and I'm like going for them.
That's so cool. I absolutely love that. It's just like faith like a child, you know. I just think we're supposed to have that kind of faith for whatever we are called to do.
Right.
So I think that's amazing. What would you say, like, were you back and forth when you first started like thinking, oh, I might want to move to LA? Like, what were some of your like fears, or like were you a little bit back and forth at first? Because I know were so connected with your mom's studio and thought you were gonna, like continue it or whatever. What was kind of like, did you have like a struggle happening, I guess?
Yeah, for sure. I think I definitely had a lot of things at home that were tying me to being home and, wanting to keep that life. But it was comfort. That was comfort. And I, was getting comfortable and I was getting bored and I was getting, but there was a lot of struggle in like the idea of like, what if I go out there and it's not what I think it's going to be, because you don't know. And I had never been here before.
Oh, yeah. I was going to ask you. You had never even visited.
I had never visited LA. I had never taken class in LA. I had never put myself in this environment before. Yeah. I just like, you see the Millennium Dance Complex videos on your TikTok all the time, or the playground ones. Like, you see those and you're like, okay, I want to go there. Yeah. And so that's where I went, And that's crazy to think like, oh, I saw a TikTok video, so I moved there, But it's true. But yeah, no, I definitely had like the thought process of like, what if I move out there and it's not what I think? Or what if I move out there and what I want doesn't happen? Or, what if I move out there and I can't financially sustain a life? Like, I definitely had all of those thoughts, and like, what if I move out there and everyone here is mad at me because I'm leaving? Like, so there's definitely a lot of back and forth struggle, but at the end of the day, I chose myself. Yeah.
Do you feel like those fears, because you've only been out here for a short time, so do you feel like those fears are still in your head, or is it just like, whatever, I'm out here and loving it, so at this point, it doesn't even matter anymore?
I definitely have had moments where I'm like, will this ever happen? And then I have to remind myself that I've only been here a month and a half. But I do love it so much that it outweighs that. Like, I'm like, even if it doesn't happen, like, I love, even if I never am a backup dancer, I am, or get a dance job, I am loving my life right now. Yeah. So, like, that's all that matters. But I do also think it is possible, and I think being here also is teaching me that. Like, and there's so many opportunities and training, and, like, I see improvement in myself. So I think seeing the improvement in my dancing also gives me hope and makes me feel like it's possible. So,
totally. Yeah. That's what I was thinking. Like, you have all these fears, but then once you do it, you're like, okay, well, I love this life anyway. Like, I love it right now anyways, so it was worth it, even if something doesn't happen exactly how you thought. But but at the same time, you're meeting so many people here that are really doing it, working jobs, doing all that, so I think it probably makes it more tangible. Like, oh wait, all these people are doing it.
Everyone.
And I have friends, I used to tell some, because I've interviewed so many people, I have friends that, have such extensive training but still feel like they're not good enough to like be going on auditions or something like that. And then I have other friends who maybe have less training but have a lot more confidence, and they are going on auditions and stuff, and they are booking things. So I've just seen like it's an interesting thing to like, I think a lot of it, I mean, obviously you have to be well trained and like good at what you're doing, but like the confidence and the faith to go for things does make a difference. It does. Because if some people I think are just holding themselves back because they're like, I'm not good enough. Because of course, as a dancer, I think, and maybe as anything, but especially dancers, I think there's always ways to grow. Like, nobody's ever like officially good enough. No, never. But that doesn't mean there couldn't be favor on you in some situation or some door or some job that you're a perfect fit for. They just really are drawn to you for some reason. Yeah. Or like your specific strength is like great for what they need or whatever. So, I think that's really awesome to hear that your faith is like even growing.
It is,
like,
for sure.
After coming here.
I definitely think so. Yeah.
And I'm so glad you didn't come all the way out here and then you're like, no. But even if that happened, then you just make a new decision.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Life isn't like over.
No, like nothing's permanent. Nothing has to be permanent. Even though I'm like, I want this life to be permanent. Yeah. Because I do love it. And I've only been here 2 months and it's already just done so much for me. So
that's so amazing. Yeah. Let me see if there's any other questions I wanted to ask you. What would you say is a large strength for you in dance that you feel like people like kind of notice about you or compliment you on a lot?
I think my biggest strength in dance is performing. and like my performance quality. My ability to like emote or like feel things, whether it be a sad contemporary dance or a very energetic, hyped hip hop dance. Like I definitely feel like I'm able to like attach myself to like a certain emotion or feeling and I can like emote it. I think that's definitely like a strength of mine that I've noticed.
Yeah.
That people have like commented on and stuff. And I think the past like year of my life dancing at that other studio in Massachusetts, I like really allowed myself to like embrace that.
That's
and
cool.
like not be scared to like make the faces I want to make and like feel the way I wanted to feel. And it was really when I let go that I like feel like I got even stronger in that.
Yeah.
And I think that's definitely my strength.
Yeah.
I would say.
I would definitely say that as well. From the small amount that I've seen is like, yeah, you have great facial expressions, but they also don't seem like fake or forced. It seems like you're just really in it.
Yeah.
So it is very fun to watch you because you get so into it. Is there something that you feel like it's been really good to be in LA to train at something specific that you're trying to grow at in dance?
I think my technique.
Okay.
Not even technique. I think I'm technically trained. I've trained my whole life. Maybe like my flexibility or like tricks.
Okay.
Like my ability to do like really hard things.
Yeah.
Like maybe I haven't like tried those things before.
Yeah.
Or like the complexity of choreography also. Yeah, I don't know. I think just like really working on my technique and my my physical strength.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally.
And ability to get through a dance without dying.
Yeah. I know. Sometimes I'm like, how do I dance this much? But my cardio, I still walk up the stairs and I'm like out of breath.
Same.
I'm like, what? I guess I need to start hiking or something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
Do you do anything to like help your strength, like outside of, like, I don't know how you would have time for it, but like outside of dance class?
I do. I try to go to the gym.
Okay.
Like at least at home, I was going to the gym like every day. I go to a gym that is basically a sauna, and you go inside, and it's like this virtual workout, and they have like yoga, Pilates, core, all these things cycle. There's like a cycle, and it's like you go in for 15 minutes and you do a cycle in 130 degrees, and the whole thing is like more workout, less time at Hotworks.
I see.
Yeah. But like I try to do that at least 3 times a week. Here it's a little harder just because of location and like distance to the gym.
So this gym was in Massachusetts as well
Yeah,
as here.
it's like a nationwide
Are there
gym.
other people in the sauna with you?
There can be.
Okay.
But
It's usually
not-
kind of not a lot of people.
Usually I'm by myself.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like you just schedule like a time. And
Yeah,
like
I just book my time and then I go and yeah.
Wait, what's it called again?
It's called Hotworks.
Hotworks. That's so interesting. I haven't
Hotworks
heard of that.
sponsor.
I probably haven't. It's not getting advertised to me because I just really don't want to be really hot when I'm working.
Well, it's probably going to pop up on your phone.
Now it is.
Now, today, later, it's going to be like Hotworks. Yeah.
I'm like, no, please get the air on. I mean, I like to be a little warm, but
Yeah.
no, I wouldn't like choose that on my own. But how has it been making friends? I know you literally just got here, but how has it been making friends out here? And then also like, is it hard having left like friends? You know, like what's been like your friendship journey through doing this?
Friendship journey here or like in general?
Kind of both. Like it has it like because it's hard to just move. It's hard to move to a new place. Do you feel like you're meeting people quickly? Are you like sad about like old friends? Like how is that going? I guess.
I feel like I'm starting to meet people. I think, if I'm being honest, I'm having more of a hard time than I thought I would.
Okay.
Yeah. I think, I mean, I've definitely met some people and like have been hanging out with some people, but I definitely do miss my friends back at home, and most of my friends are dancers.
Okay.
So I guess just part of me, I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna move here and just meet more dancer friends.
Yeah.
And I am. I think I am for sure. I think it's a me thing. Like I need to lean into it more. I think I'm a little just like focused on myself right now, that maybe I'm not really putting myself out there in a lot of situations. I definitely miss my friends a little bit, but you know, it's okay.
Do you think any of them would ever come out here?
Not permanently.
Yeah.
There is one friend of mine that I wish she would so badly. I think she's so talented, and we do everything together, and we've danced together in college. She moved to Massachusetts. She teaches for my mom. We dance together there, like, and she's so amazing, but she never would, I don't think.
Why do you think she wouldn't?
I think, you know, she's has a job. She's a speech pathologist. She loves it.
She's just like settled in her
Yeah,
life.
she's settled, but I do think, I have a friend that also, I think might move to New York. She has a lot of ties in New York, and she might move to New York for dance, but I don't think she'd ever move out here. I think a lot of them would visit.
Yeah. Have you ever visited New York?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've never, not in a while, like not since being an adult.
Okay. Did you dance there when you went?
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
You should try that sometime.
Yeah, maybe I should.
Because I do think the dance classes, like, are amazing. I mean, obviously.
I've heard, yeah.
But, like, I wouldn't mind doing, like, another... I've danced there a very tiny amount, but I wouldn't mind doing, like, a dance week in New York or something.
Right,
But if someone wants to give me the money for that...
Because it's expensive.
It is so expensive. And to encourage you, like, it just takes time.
Yeah.
I mean, my first year in LA, I didn't feel like I had a close friend for, like, a whole year. I mean, I was meeting people generally, but... I really prayed for, like, a close friend. I was like, I just want, like, someone I feel, like, more connected with. And it took a year. And then I ended up moving in with this girl, and we kind of, like, became best friends. And so that was, like, kind of an answer to my prayer during that season. But then when I started dancing later in life, I was kind of in a season where I was kind of quiet. I was just not, I had gone through, like, a bad breakup that was hard for me, and I just wasn't wanting to meet a ton of people.
Yeah.
And I was focusing on dance and, like, growing at it. And I wasn't super chatty with people at class. So it took, like, a couple of years before I was like, oh, I kind of know this girl now because we always take class together. But the fact that it took a couple years, and now in my life, I meet people, like, so
you're so social.
I'm so different now than I was when I first started dancing.
Everyone knows Tracy.
It's crazy. Like, it's so crazy how I, like, literally didn't want to be chatting a lot back then. And now I'm like, because I was just, like, going through a hard time. I was actually just kind of depressed, actually. And I was like, dancing made me so happy, but I wasn't in the mood to meet a bunch of people.
Yeah. I do feel like that's it. Like, not like, it's more so like I'm just focused on myself. Focused. Like, I get in there and I'm like, focus in, lock in. Yeah. And I'm like, but I do want to meet people. Yeah. So it's just like...
I think that's why it can be hard to meet people, because most of people are focused. So it's not like they don't want to meet people. They're just very focused. They're there to train. And now, especially since I do the podcast, and just because I've found, like, a different version of a dance journey, now it is kind of part of my mission to connect with people. Right. So I, like, really enjoy that aspect. And then, of course, training and getting better as well. But for me, it's almost like they're both the same, like, connecting with people and training. So that's just my specific, like, calling, I think. Yeah. But everyone, of course, wants to have, like, friends. And you've literally been here for a month and a half, so you already know people. So I know it's gonna like grow and you'll be fine. But so cool. Well, what advice would you give?
Advice.
I know that all your friends and family would, like, never move out here. But let's say you were giving advice to someone who was thinking about moving out here. Was there any advice you would have given now, knowing what it's like to move out here? Is there any advice you would have given to your old self before you moved here, or any advice you'd give to other people thinking about it?
I think even just, like, not even just moving here, but, like, I think I do have some advice for, like, anyone, like, wanting to pursue a dream of theirs. Like, especially, like, if I always, like, tell my dancers now, like, my students, like, if you want to dance and you want to be a dancer, it is a possibility. I think my advice is, like, very dancer specific, because I think growing up, I feel like I didn't have anybody telling me, like, you can be a dancer and, like, you can go train at that level. Like, even if you're not that good enough yet, like, you can go and you can train and you can grow and you can be better. I just think that, like, dance is a career and dance is something you can do. And I think if you have a dream, you should go for it. And I think, if you are scared and, like, nervous, that's probably when you need to, like, lean into it the most, because I think that's where, like, the growth happens, and, like, going into or, like, stepping out of your comfort zone is so important. And also, LA rocks. So if you were thinking of moving to LA, you definitely should. I
agree.
But yeah, I think that would be my advice, to just go for it. Like, don't be scared. And if you are, it's okay.
Yeah. I love that. And actually, something you said earlier when you were talking about how it was the comfort that was kind of keeping you from going when you had a little bit of a struggle. Like, I can really relate to that. Like, you can sometimes just get comfortable where you're at. Right. And you're like, why would I want to... I was just talking with a friend who's thinking about making a change in her life. And she was just like, I just don't want to like suffer, which is like, that's like an extreme word to use, but it's kind
No,
of,
but it's
you
true.
are, it is a little bit of suffering when you're going out of your comfort zone.
Yeah.
Like there's a little bit of suffering in that because it's like just new things and there's like new struggles but if it's something in your heart to do that you're supposed to do, I think it's just like really worth it. And the blessing and the joy you're going to receive from facing that fear, from stepping out of your comfort zone, I think is just totally worth it. And so I love that advice
agree.
to like to anyone, dance or whatever, like your dream
anything.
is. Yeah, don't let anybody tell you like you can't.
You can't, because you can.
Yeah. Just
can.
or at least try and see what happens like for yourself instead of letting other people like dictate what you're doing. So
Right.
yeah, I love that. Willow, it's been so good to hear your story, and I know it's like just the beginning.
Yeah.
Like it will be interesting like years from now, like what's happening with you, or even months from now, who knows. But thank you for sharing your story.
Yeah, thanks for having me. This was fun.
Not the beginning of your dance journey, but the beginning of your LA dance journey, which is cool.
Yeah.
And yeah, thank you guys for watching and listening. And please like and subscribe and join us next time.
Yes.
Bye.
Bye.